Welcome to Metal Roofs of Michigan, also known as MRoM. Here is some training on the general culture and how we problem solve within Metal Roofs of Michigan. To get you started, here are some bullet points that illustrate this philosophy. We expect and encourage proactivity and accountability. In this culture, we are all encouraged to take ownership of our task. Rather than simply stating a problem, we are expected to take responsibility and find a solution for that problem and develop methods and systems to prevent similar issues from happening in the future. We like innovation and creativity. The MRoM culture values creativity and encourages individuals and teams to think outside the box. When faced with challenges, we step up to brainstorm new ideas and come up with creative solutions that can benefit the company and its clients. We foster a growth mindset. In our culture, if a mistake is made, first own it, admit it, so we can clear the deck and move on. Mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth and learning rather than something to be ashamed of. We are all encouraged to embrace challenges, learn from our mistakes, and continuously improve our skills and knowledge. This mindset supports a culture of continuous improvement and drives innovation and creativity. Now, here are a few words from owner Eric Rashi on problem solving within our culture.
It's never too early to start helping you understand the culture and expectations within Metal Roofs of Michigan, MRoM, as you see there. And so take a look through that and let me just kind of chat it out a little bit here too. So again, pretty self-explanatory, but let me just kind of, give some summary and some examples and maybe some helpful tips here. We, in this business, in this, operation of metal roofing, what we do, we constantly have, call them problems, call them challenges, call them whatever you want to label them as, but it's just, that's all business, right? So what we absolutely value, and on the flip side, absolutely have very low tolerance for, is, so what we value is people that just, figure out a solution. And what we don't value is somebody just stating a problem. In fact, Beth can attest to the fact that if ever she kind of kind of drops down from her normal high level and just plops a problem on my desk, so to speak, sends over a message on Voxer or something like that, that's just like, boom, here's the problem. And for that matter, if anybody does, anybody in the field, there's no skill in, there's no intellect in just stating a problem in life, not the least of which is, this business. So that's like the lowest rung on the ladder, is somebody just saying, hey, here's a problem and let me just throw it in your lap. Now we realize there's many cases, especially somebody brand new like you, that doesn't know the answer. And that's okay. But what we can do is we can make attempts at trying to solve the problem. And that's what we expect. So if I throw myself into a similar scenario, let me page break. So let me throw myself into a similar scenario. And I know you'll be great at this, and I probably don't need to talk it out too much, but I do want to, just camp out on this a little bit, because better to spend some time on it now than to have it be something that have to continuously or unnecessarily bring up, because this should drive daily behavior with everybody in Metal Roofs of Michigan. But again, I think you'll be great at this, because for 35 years, you were working with AT&T, Ma Bell, working with fiber optic and connections and stuff, and I'm sure you were constantly dealing with problems. The manhole cover won't, come up, or we've got this going on or that going on. And you probably were constantly problem solving. Okay. Now imagine I come in as your assistant. I'm an apprentice, working along with you or whatever. And I just come to you and I say, I don't know, Philip, the trailer has a flat tire. Okay. That puts the problem in your hands. Now that you would say, okay, this person is, new with the company, but surely he knows how to fix a flat tire or can start the process or something like that. He doesn't have to just state the problem. Okay. Well, let's say I came to you with something different. Page break. Let's say I came to you with something different, something technical about fiber optic, and I know nothing about fiber optic cable. So my example would be, I don't know, you got to connect two wires together and the doohickey that connects them, it seems like it's not fitting. Okay. So here I am, kind of like you, maybe not knowing much about metal roofing, but you know a bit about construction. You had helped your dad with some contracting work and you did some garages and you have a wood shop, so that's what I like about your background, right? You weren't just a corporate clog, sitting in a cubicle just waiting for somebody to tell you the next step to take, or you weren't, working on a factory line just putting a nut on a bolt and, waiting for somebody to tell you when to take a lunch break. You were constantly problem solving. But like me, I don't know anything about fiber optic cable. Well, again, instead of just coming to you and saying, Philip, the doohickey that connects these two fiber optic cables doesn't seem to be working, or it seems like we might be missing a wrong piece. Okay, I don't know anything about it, like you don't know anything about metal roofing, but I have the World Wide Web, okay? I have my smartphone. I have YouTube videos. I can type into YouTube how to connect fiber optic cable using, XYZ piece instead of ABC piece, and see if there's not dozens, if not hundreds of videos out there that I could do a quick tutorial on, equip myself, educate myself, then come to you and say, Philip, here's the problem. I think I found a solution. I reviewed this content and I think this is it. And I'm prepared to head out to the supply store to pick this up. So in other words, I try to move that ball down instead of just plopping the problem in your lap. Does that make sense? So let's bring this home with this W9. Moving forward, what I would expect is you not to state a problem and land it on my desk or on Beth's desk, which again, we're not ogres. We're going to be we're going to be fine, especially we're not trying to browbeat you here, just trying to let you know where the culture is, okay? And Beth has already stepped in and given you some solutions, but thanks, Beth, but Philip, I would expect you to do that, okay? Instead of stating the problem, I don't know what a W9 is or the link is broken, look it up. Look it up. Type into the Google, what's a W9? Oh, that's what a W9 is, okay? They're going to need this to pay me. So this is good to get done. Okay, the link is broken. What are some other solutions? They just need this W9 information. Maybe I can just find one in a PDF format and print it off and, write the information in with my address and stuff like that and take a picture of it. Or maybe you don't even want to do that, but you're thinking that might work. So rather than just stating the problem and saying, we have the W9 link isn't working, or I don't know what a W9 is, research it again, and then say, the link is not working. What I could do instead is blah, 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 print it off, etc. Would you like me to do that? In other words, maybe not do the task, but research and suggest a task, and then it's not really a problem to us, okay? You just come to us and say, this was the problem. I think this solution will work. What do you think? Or do you think that this would be a good next step? And Beth says, yep, perfect. Just do that. That'll work great. And then you print it out fill it out and take a picture of it or scan it and send it over to her, and it's good. Okay, so let me know that this all makes sense to you, Philip, and then obviously we'll get this W-9 thing taken care of.